One. Boom. Hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another series, another workshop called Passive Income for Educators. It is myself, Latasha L.T. Jimerson with Tamika Chapman. We are going to be talking about how to build a brand around your work, your published work, your books, your book products, your ebooks, your PDF files, things that you've created that are your intellectual property. We're going to teach you guys how to actually make some passive income, which means money coming in with you not having to rewrite that book again. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to do a Q&A at the end. We're going to be done by 1 o'clock Pacific. If you want to take a photo, stick around. If not, that's okay. I would encourage you to book your free 1-hour coaching session with me either tomorrow or Friday. For the month of January, I am giving away free 1-hour coaching to people who want to map out 2021. I've been able to map out month by month by month for every client that has asked for this session. And some of them have moved into book coaching with me, and some of them have moved into their own coaching. So this 1 hour is extremely focused, it's intense, and it is valuable to you. All right, so our objectives, we're going to talk about book products, talking about business, and Tamika's going to share some money-making strategies on what we can do for masterclass, mastermind, or membership. All right, so if you turn off your sound, we're going to go ahead and make sure that this recording is smooth. Make sure you ask questions in the chat. Make sure you turn off your mic, your camera. This is a woman who's suffering in silence. She's overwhelmed. She's got a lot to do. This is what we do not want you to do. We want you to be in here collaborating with us so that you're not suffering in silence. That's me with my first book. That first book busted open the door for me to a coaching business, online courses, a speaking career. So I really encourage people to get that first book out of the way so that you can move on with the rest of your life, including your passive income. All right, so these are book products. We've talked about this over the past couple weeks. I know that you've created a slideshow. I know you've created a handout. I know you've created worksheets. Those items can be pulled together into what we call ebooks or digital downloads, and you can sell them. This is one of my clients. She just finished her first ebook. That is her first ebook, and I helped her upload it to her website, which is doloresflow.net. If you want to get that ebook, it's all about her exercising, working her body. And by the way, she's 62. This is my client, Jessica. She's an expert on burnout. This is her first cover. That's her second cover. And we've even fine-tuned it even better than that when we met 2 days ago. All right, 7 steps to create your ebook in 7 days. Tamika shared this a couple of weeks ago. Different strategies on what you can do to break things down. Again, if you are in need of a 1-hour session, go to my website, myfirstbook.org, and go ahead and set up. I have appointments ready for open for tomorrow and open for Friday. And that is my part of the presentation. Miss Tamika, would you like to go ahead and share your slides or speak from your mind?
All right, all right, all right. So, very quickly, today I'm going to be speaking about masterminds, membership, and masterclasses. I spoke briefly about it on as ways to monetize your message on last week. And so I'm just going to go a little bit further in detail, just a tad bit, not all the way, because all three of these they have a lot to them, a lot of moving parts to them. However, I really have broken them down into 3 categories: the quickie, the dating scene, and the long-term commitment. So your quickie is your masterclass, because that's something that you put together, you strategically crafted, because it's only an hour to an hour and a half. That's a quickie. You're teaching a one-stop topic, I should say. You're teaching one topic for an hour and a half. The masterclass is not meant to cover your entire module set. It's not intended to talk about 4 or 5 different things. A masterclass is really allowing you to hone in on one topic, teach it in detail for a cost. Normal normal master classes range from anywhere $47 up to $97. I've actually seen some at $197 and $297. So it really depends on one, your influence, two, your message, three, the content that you have to share, and four, whether people actually know, like, and trust you, your influence. So you want to make sure that you have all of those things in order, um, so that you can price it at a decent cost, a decent investment. I like to call them investments because we are investing in ourselves. Even though you all didn't pay anything to, participate in these last 3 weeks with Latasha and I, this is still an investment. You invested in yourself to learn something that you wanted to do in your business or in your life to make, passive income. All right, so that was the quickie, the masterclass. One topic, one subject, hour and a half max. You're teaching it $47 up to $197. The next is the dating scene, the dating time. That is your membership. When you're dating someone, you have to nurture them on a daily basis. You have to nurture the relationship, nurture the connection. And so that's what a membership is, because you have to nurture the people who are paying you monthly to be a part of your exclusive group. I will say that there's a tip to that. Think about not having it so high, or if you have a high point, also have a low point where anyone can get in, anyone would be able to afford, and not just anybody, but your target audience, anyone within your target audience, because not everybody has, a 6-figure income position, a career. Not everybody's making 6 figures in their business, so you want to make sure that you're putting a price point that is good for you and also great for your target audience to be a part of your community. So again, that's a membership. You are nurturing them every day with content, high value content, with seeing you, being able to relate to you. You're just nurturing them. You're nurturing them and teaching them. You're teaching them whatever your membership group is all about, whatever your passion is, your purpose is, whatever you are teaching, that's what you are giving them every single day. There's a number of membership sites that you can take a look at. There's Patreon, membership space. So many are out there. You can just pretty much Google them and you will see the different types of memberships, programs out there. Choose whichever one suits your fancy and roll with it. Create it, put it out there, let people know that it exists, and move on. And then the last one is the long-term commitment. Long-term commitment, that's your mastermind. Most masterminds are between 6 months and 12 months. I've seen some that have gone on for 24 months, which is absolutely just extensive. But a mastermind is a collection of people who are who are coming together to talk about their desires or their thought process or the things that they're wanting to bring forward. And what happens is the other people who are in this mastermind would then give their input to say, hey, well, why don't you check this out, or why don't you think about doing it this way, or add this to it, or take this away from it, as well as possibly connecting you with others who may be able to assist you, as whether they are partnering with you or whether they can sponsor you in some kind of fashion in your desire to bring your idea to life. So a mastermind is a collective of like-minded individuals, whether that is in business, in life, or in something. Just you have to have like-minded people, because you can't be a part of a mastermind where you're the smartest one in the room. You're not going to move anywhere. Everybody else is going to excel because they're learning from you. So you want to be with others who are at your level and higher. And then, of course, have some. There can be some that may not be at your level as well, but you want to have a good mixture in there, because everybody has great ideas. Everybody can help somebody do something, and that's what the long-term commitment is all about. You are in a long-term commitment with these people. So you have to make sure that your personalities are meshing, the ideals and the belief system that you have actually work as well, because you're in this for a minute. Masterminds, they can cost. They can cost. I've seen some masterminds are 50K. I've seen some that are 10K. I've seen some masterminds that are one day for $10,000. So you want to think about, what kind of mastermind would you have? What would be the vision for you creating a mastermind? And who would you target to be a part of your mastermind? Who would you target? Who would you want to be a part of your mastermind? And then you create it. As long as you can bring value and offer value and have other people that are smart and in different niches that can also bring value, you have a winning combination. You will have a winning combination. So those are the three M's that we discussed last week: the masterclass, membership, and the mastermind. Again, just think about them in the order of what I said: the quickie, the dating scene, and then the long-term commitment, and price them accordingly. Thinking about your time and your energy that you're putting in, how much access do they have to you? That's also a part of calculating your price. Are there any resources that you have to use to create whatever you're using, to offer this to them? That should be included and calculated within. Um, the biggest thing is just your time. A lot of people, they will calculate everything else up and they'll forget about their own time. So you have to make sure that you're thinking about the time, and not just the time that you're on the call or in the membership or in the group setting, but the time that it's taking you to prepare for it as well, especially if it's for the masterclass or the membership. Um, Again, think about the pricing and just have fun with it. At the end of the day, it's all about enjoying what it is that you're doing. If you're not enjoying it, you're going to lose focus, you're going to lose the passion, and it's going to die, and it's a waste of time. So make sure that whatever you're doing it out of passion, out of a purpose to serve, out of a passion to teach, and out of a passion to bring people together, and allow their energy to fuel you to continue to fuel them as well. And again, you have a winning combination. So that's my presentation for you all today. I hope that you have I hope that it was up to standards of what it is that I can offer without my slides, and that you all will be able to use this information and move forward with creating these additional streams of income just on using your published words in your ebook.
Question. I know we have 7 minutes, but I want to ask this question real quick because this might be helpful to other people. I know it's going to be helpful to me. So I've done master classes and I've done a membership, but I've never done the mastermind commitment. How do you know when you're ready for that?
A mastermind commitment. So are you saying when you're ready to create one or be a part of one?
Create one.
To create one, it really depends on where you are in life. I created one a couple of years ago, and I call it the Millionaire Mindset Mastermind. And it was a collection of women who, they weren't millionaires yet, but you have to have a mindset that you can be that. You can go forward and you can be that millionaire in business that you want to be. That's all it took. And so it was only 8 of us inside of the mastermind. I didn't want it large. And really and truly, you don't really need to have a large mastermind. But because when I did it a few years ago, it was my first time doing it. I didn't charge a lot for it because I wanted to make sure that I was able to work out the kinks and answer any questions and know all the resources that I would need or learn as I went. Um, and yes, there's a lot of resources out there for creating your own mastermind. However, even with the resources, it's still going to be you maneuvering your own mastermind the best way that works for you and the people who are in your mastermind. But I would say how to know that you're ready to create one is if you can't find the folks that you're looking for, okay? If you can't find your tribe by being a part of this group or being a part of that group, you need to create your own tribe. Right now, I'm a part of one, and really and truly, we're not paying anything to be a part of it. It's about 9 of us in here, and we're all like-minded women. We are just rooting each other on, giving each other ideas, and bouncing our ideas off of each other. And again, it's not a paid thing, but it's a like-mindedness that's keeping us together and helping us to move forward in our businesses. So again, it's all about just finding your tribe. And a mastermind is an easy way to find a tribe because you're going to know who's attracted to what it is that you are wanting to be attracted to, because it has to be like-minded.
Janine or Renee, do you have questions? I know we've got 4 minutes left, but I'm sure you have some kind of questions swimming around in your head.
Okay, so I was trying to understand. Um, I can understand the master class because I actually have a cousin that does master classes on various stuff. Um, Now the mastermind, um, when you create one, I know it's all in what you're putting forth and what the value that you think people see in it. So how do you figure out how much you charge people to be a part of the mastermind that you create?
Okay, so I would say this, that when you are preparing to create a mastermind, you have to be at a certain level of expertise. You have to already have a level of influence that people know, like, and trust, because it's going to be hard to get people to buy into you, right? So if you're at a level of know, like, and trust, you have already created products that have sold. You've created products at a level that you feel comfortable offering, and your target audience is more than comfortable with paying. And that's how you should base it. So a mastermind, it is a long-term commitment. You can do this on a monthly basis, and of course most commitments are on a monthly basis, or you can offer them to allow them to pay it in full, which you can give a discount if they pay in full, right? But really and truly, a mastermind is not necessarily just a science to how much you should charge. It really is based on your influence, the content, um, the value of the content that you're offering, and whether it's really what people need, whether it's a community that people really need to be in. And I say need, a lot of people sign up for stuff that they want and then they fall off because they don't really want it. And so you end up having to, that's lost income, because you can't really force them to pay it unless they paid up front, right? Going to court over a few $100s is a whole it's going to cost you a whole lot more to get the few $100, from the ethical standpoint of it, than it would be just to just let it go, right? But if you price it in a way and know who your target audience is, that's the main key, knowing who your target audience is and speaking directly to them. One thing we talked about on day one is the pain points. When you can speak to those pain points, you relate to them better. They relate to you faster, and they start to believe you faster. They start to believe in you and what it is that you're speaking and saying and selling a whole lot faster than they would if you just came on and just spoke to some generic stuff, right? And so you always want to be speaking to those pain points when you are selling. You want to speak to those pain points when you are researching. You want to research those pain points, because that's the easiest way to find your target audience and those who are looking for what you have to offer. So if I was to do my mastermind, which I will be doing later this year, again, the Millionaire Mindset Mastermind, it is for women who may not have reached $1 million yet, and that's okay. But it's the mindset of go, the mindset of yes, the mindset of no. So those are the mindset that you have to be in: yes, no, and go. So yes, you saying yes to yourself, that yes, I believe in me. Yes, I can do it. Yes, if I have the strategy and somebody that's going to support me and true support, I can do this. The mindset of no, which means next opportunity. So your first opportunity may not work for you. The first time you tried, it may not work, but that's okay. You keep going and you try it again by adjusting something or just switching it up and changing the program of how you're pushing it out. And then the mindset of go. You have to go. You can't stop. So you have to, that's the mindset that you have to be in if you're going to be successful at anything. It's not just getting money, but it's just being successful. You have to have the mindset of yes, no, and go. And that is how I would base the applicants off for my mastermind. And again, it's not going to be large. It's going to be small. I don't want to do large settings because it takes more energy out of me, and it takes me having to now put together a bigger scale of more people to do this and more people to do that. And I like to keep it intimate because it allows everybody to have a chance to speak. It allows everybody to have a chance to be spotlighted more than just once a month. Um, and that's my preference. So it depends on how you want it, depends on what it is that you're doing. But again, your influence, your content, the value of your content, and people actually needing what it is that what you're offering, those are the main things that I would say of how you should go about pricing it. But the pricing really depends on how you have priced yourself up to that point. And again, it starts with what have you been offering and what have people been paying you, because you can't go from, I'm going to give this $97 masterclass and then I'm going to have a $7 membership to now, okay, now you need to pay me $10,000 to be a part of this mastermind. Nobody's paying you that. I promise you, they're not going to pay you that. Um, unless, unless you're Oprah, okay? Unless you're Oprah. And you gave a discount on all this other stuff, right? But your influence is a big part of it. What are you posting on social media? How often are you posting on social media? Um, and I'm not even going to say that 100% because I don't really do a lot of posting every single day on social media because I don't have the capacity to do that. I have a lot of business that I have to tend to, and I have a lot of clients that I have to tend to on a daily basis. I just actually had a call earlier today with a potential client, and I have one tomorrow, right? And so from those, I have pre work and I have follow up work on top of the already clients that I have and my other business that I have. And so again, it takes time to do all of that on top of my life of being a mom of two and a wife. So it just really you just have to think about all of that, think about it all. But how present are you on social media? Are people in Don't look so much into the whole whether they like to love your post. It doesn't even matter. Just know that what you are posting, you're posting great content, valuable content, because somebody is watching and somebody is learning from you whether they like your post or not. And I promise you, take me for example. If you go and look at my post on Instagram or I wouldn't say Facebook because I get normally a lot of likes on Facebook, but if you go to Instagram, I don't get as many likes as a lot of people get. But I promise you, I have people emailing me or clicking on my link every single day wanting to get an appointment with me. So you don't have to be like 10 times a day posting. I don't have the capacity. I'm not interested in that. But um, just be consistent in some kind of way, whether it's one a day or twice a day. Totally up to you. Um, but those are the things that's going to help you build up your influence of posting great content and doing it on a consistent basis. And then one other thing for your influence is testimonials. Get your testimonials and post them. Let people see what other people are saying about you, and then tag the person in it who said it because then it's going to go to their page as well on Instagram and Facebook. They'll be notified that you tagged them in a post, and then they'll share it to their page or they'll allow it to go to their page if they have their settings set that way. Right. So those are things that you can do to up your influence um, for what it is that you're doing. And I would say that if you have any of these options, and I know we're going over time, I'm so sorry. But if you have any of these options, the mastermind, the masterclass, or the membership, I would suggest that you start going live, not the day of. I would say you need to put together a 30-day strategy prior to launching any of these. Don't worry about going live every single day, but be consistent with your going live because, again, that's going to help you build up your authority, build up your influence, and the visibility that you need to talk about your program, what it is, whatever it is that you're offering. So put together a 30-day strategy. If you're going to go live 2 days a week, make sure you go live 2 days a week on those same days that where people can they'll get used to seeing you and knowing that you're coming live 2 days a week on whatever those 2 days are. Announce it, let people know that you're going to be going live on a certain day at a certain time. I'm creating an event for it on Facebook. As a matter of fact, get on Clubhouse and create an event for it on Clubhouse too, right? So wherever you can, as well as LinkedIn, because here's the thing, not everybody's clients are on Facebook and Instagram. LinkedIn is a great tool for business, depending on what your business is. Create an event on LinkedIn and invite people to it, talk about it, post about it. That's what you need to do. That's how you create influence. That's how you're going to create visibility for your business, and that's how you're going to sell your business. And I'm just going to share this on LinkedIn. I made a post on yesterday on LinkedIn about a new book that I'm in coming out in March, and I think I have like 5 likes on it, and one of the likes is mine. But looking at the insights, I have 180 people who actually saw that post, and that was in not even 24 hours ago. So people see your stuff. They see it and they click on it. Again, you don't have to post. And I promise you, I am not consistent on posting on any social media platform. And I'm not going to tell you why. I'm not going to call myself lazy. I would not say I'm lazy, okay? But I will say that it just goes to show you that it's not just about social media. It's how you connecting with people and how people feel connected with you. And then having that referral, that word of mouth referral is golden. Okay. I have so much business that comes to me because of word of mouth or because they saw something that somebody else did. It's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then it's like, oh, well, you need to get with Tamika. And then I'll get an email or somebody click my link or I get a text message because they've shared my number and said, "Hey, I need some help. What can I do?" Which was what happened just yesterday, which is what happened with the call that I had this morning. It came from a referral of they saw something that I did for a client and it's like, "Okay, I need this to happen in my business." And they said, "Well, you need to call Tamika." And that's exactly what she did. She sent me an email last night. She says, "Hey, I need help. I don't know exactly what help I need, but I just need you to pull it all together for me." And so I responded yesterday and I said, "Okay, well, these are the times that I have open." She said, "Okay, well, let's just do it tomorrow." I was like, "Hey, tomorrow it is." And so that's what we did. It was that simple, that quick. That quickly she became a client. That quickly I now have a new testimonial because in 30 minutes I delivered so much content, so much great value to her. She decided, "Okay, I need you. Okay, I need you." And that's exactly what I've done. I've become her new coach and whatever her guidance counselor, whatever you want to call it. That's what I've become to her. And it's done. So again, I say all that to say that yes, you want to build your presence. Yes, you want to build your visibility and your influence, but don't feel that you need to be on social media, on any social media platform every single day. Use a scheduler. You can use Facebook Suite to schedule your posts. If it's only 2 days a week, schedule your post for 2 days a week or schedule one post a day, whatever you want to do. But just know that you need to build up your influence. You need to build up your visibility so that you can build up that KLT factor.
Wow. Build up your influence, build up your social media presence, build up the know, like, and trust factor. All of that is going to play into what you can offer and what you can charge. And I love how you said, what have you been selling and what have people been paying?
Yeah.
That's awesome. If you have customers, what are they used to paying with you? If you don't have customers yet and you haven't put out any book products, what would you recommend, Tamika?
If you don't have any customers and you have not yet launched a book, I would ask you, what is your expertise? Right. And I would tell you that right now wouldn't be the time to launch a mastermind. Or I would say this. I take that back. I would say this. What is your passion and what is your purpose? Because a lot of masterminds have been for business. A lot of times when you hear a mastermind, it's because of business for something. However, you can still build a business around your passion. You can build a business around your purpose. And then you can find like-minded people with that same passion or a similar purpose and say, "Hey, this is what I'm putting together. I would love for you to be a part of it. If interested, here's more information about it, and this is the investment." And really and truly, it really is as simple as the ask. A lot of people miss out because they don't ask. A lot of people miss out because they don't offer and they don't have that call to action. But don't think that you're going to have a 10K mastermind if you don't already have a built-in influence and where people know you or they can find out about you, right? If you don't have a website, if you don't have a social media presence, if you don't have a book that's out, if you don't have any paying clients, if you don't have anything, you're not going to get a 10K mastermind. I'm just going to just be very honest about that. Now there is a way to that, but it's still going to cost you. If you have some big name influencer that's a part of your mastermind and you can use them for the marketing side of it, then it's a possibility you can do that if you can guarantee that they'll be in the mastermind with you all. However, they're going to charge you for that. So you're really not making a 10K mastermind, right? You're really not making that because I promise you they're going to charge you. Um, and it's best not to do it that way. Don't build your brand off of somebody else's influence. Build your brand off of your own influence. Build your brand off of your passion and your purpose. Build your business off of your brand, your passion and your purpose, and you'll be golden for life. Like seriously. But if you don't have a business just yet, if you don't have a book just yet, if you don't have anything, you can still have a mastermind, and you can. I would say between $37 a month to maybe $100 a month, right? That's passive income because all you're doing is showing up. Like you can do a weekly or you can do bi-weekly, depending on how many people you have. If you have like my group, um, a max of 8 women that's in my mastermind when I do them, um, we met weekly. We met weekly, and then it allowed 2 women a week to go and talk about their business because that's really what you want. A mastermind is all about sharing. It's about sharing and networking and learning what you can do better, right? And so um, it depends on the moving parts. Again, these are moving parts. These are moving parts, but you have to be fluid with it all and knowing that you're basing everything off of your passion and your purpose and that you're with like-minded people and it'll all work out. But I would say between $37 a month to $100 a month if you have nothing that you've created in the past just yet. And of course, with your marketing behind it, you'll have a good 30 days of marketing, right? So that's starting to build your influence. And then there's some quick things that you can do with the marketing side for that. So, okay, let me see the time. It's
Yeah,
4:13.
we're over
Um,
time.
so just one last thing. Do you mind if I share this one last
Yeah, go
thing?
ahead. Gold.
So sorry, Miss Renee. Sorry, Miss Janine. I just want to share this one last thing. A quick way that you can quickly up your influence so that people can start to believe in you and what it is that you're preparing to offer is to do webinars. Like Latasha and I, we're doing a webinar series here for these last 3 weeks. Right when we're posting about it and people see it constantly showing up and in their DMs is posting, because I've been sending it to the DMs. Again, I'm not a social media type person 24/7, but I would get in those DMs, okay? But when they see it, it's just like, oh, she doing it. Oh, she doing this and she doing this. Like I have people just yesterday said, oh my gosh, like you're doing. How do you find time to do everything that you're doing? I was like, hey, I have a calendar, okay? It works for me, but the quickest way to get your influence up is to do webinars, right? To go live, let people see your face for one. But bring somebody on and have a conversation with them. If they have an expertise in what it is that you are creating something around, whether that's a masterclass, a membership, or a mastermind, interview somebody, interview someone because now you are attached to them, right? You are now attached to the influence that they have because you're going to create a cute graphic that they can share on their page. You're going to share it on your page and you're going to tag it. Their picture is going to be on the same graphic as your picture. Hello. These are things that people would not the things that I'm sharing with you are things that people are going to charge you $500 to tell you, right? They're going to charge you $500 and you're going to get about 45 minutes to 60 minutes. That's it. Right? But that's the quickest way to up your influence, up your visibility, up your awareness, and up the cost of what it is that you're offering. right? So if you had a $37 masterclass, now that you are doing a webinar with this person or a live with this person or interviewing this person, and you put a graphic out there, you know, I'll be going live, make sure you check it out. This is who it is, and this is who they are. This is a small bio about them. People will begin to know, like, and trust you as well, because now you are attached to a bigger name than just yourself. You're attached to a bigger audience than just yourself, right? And so instead of it being a $37 masterclass, now you can charge $67 or $97 for it, for the same content that you already had. But because you have a 30-day strategy and you have thought this strategically thought this out with who you're going to talk to, who you're going to interview, what content you're going to share during these free sessions, giving great value, making yourself visible, you know, being seen on social media, you can now command a higher price for what it is that you're offering. So again, I apologize for going over, y'all. I'm so sorry.
No worries. That's dropping nuggets. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, but thank you guys for showing up today. This has been beautiful. Thank you, Tamika, for taking your time to share all your nuggets with us. We love it. Have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay dry, stay healthy.